and you probably can't hear it in my voice, but I'm actually kind of pissed off at the two beautiful people I work with. I am pissed off at Tiki Barber.
What did I do?
am pissed off at Shaun Morash.
I did nothing.
Well, no, you did do something, and I'll get to you second.
Oh.
But can I address Shaun first?
Wow. Sure. This could be one of like a million things.
It could be one of a million things, but I am annoyed at you. I'm annoyed at Tiki, and I don't want it to bring down my beautiful Friday. I want to make something very crystal clear to you, Shaun, and to everybody in the audience. The New York Islanders whipped that ass all season long. They swept the New York Rangers. They left no doubt. This wasn't even close.
Facts.
This was a bloodbath.
Who cares?
And last night at Madison Square UBS, it was loud for Islander fans. It was dominant for Islander fans. And I forgot, who scored the first goal for the Islanders?
Carson Soucy.
That's right. That's right. The guy you couldn't wait to get rid of. And so you may say, well, why is Shaun pissing you off? Shaun had the cojones to tell me, and he should say it in a microphone to everybody in the audience right now, that it really doesn't count as a sweep because the Rangers have given up on the season.
It doesn't.
Come on.
Look, but
Just because you're not trying?
no, hold on here. Any New York Islander fan that wakes up today pumped up about their team should feel pumped up, right? They're playing great hockey. They are like carrying the torch for this area. I think that's great. But it doesn't really count as a sweep. The Rangers typed up a little letter 2 weeks ago, and what did they tell the world? I know what they told me as a Ranger fan. They quit. They give up. They are doing something we argue about in football all the time. They're tanking, and they have decided, and they decided before these two games, we're no longer playing our best player, Artemi Panarin. Our all-world goalie has been shut down for what feels like 2 months. The all-world defenseman has been shut down for what feels like 2 months. The Rangers quit. The New York Rangers did not play the New York Islanders the last 2 nights. People in jerseys that are essentially scabs did. They don't care. The fans don't. We don't care. I don't care that the Islanders.
BS, you do care.
So you're
you
saying
embarrassed last
it's
night.
only a sweep if there is an actual fan giver, you know what,
Yeah, it's only-
about the outcome.
If it's only a sweep if both organizations are trying. The Rangers aren't trying. And
Okay, that's
newsflash,
novel. That's a novel argument.
No, it's a real
I've
argument.
never heard. I literally have never heard that.
and you want to
before.
call Madison Square Garden, UBS, whatever. Why would any Ranger fan invest in going there to kind of drink beers and yell at Islander fans? The team told us they quit, so we quit. Until next October.
Couple things. Number one, in the first 2 meetings between the Islanders and the Rangers, in which the Islanders embarrassed you by more than they even did the last 2 nights, weren't the Rangers trying?
Igor was out. Fox was out that second game.
Were the Rangers trying, though?
The first game, yes.
Oh, okay. So
All right, so sweeps one game. That's what it is now. That's great.
No, it's not one game. I just want to make clear that you're minimizing 4 hockey games when, yes, the last 2 was after the letter. But prior to that, you guys were trying. Prior to that, you believed to some degree in your hockey team. That's number one. And number two, you don't get to make the freaking rules on what counts and doesn't count.
Sure I do.
Like, I'm a Net fan. They've lost 13 straight games to the Knicks. It doesn't matter if they're tanking. They're getting their ass kicked. They're getting embarrassed, and I own it. And I'm mad enough to come into a microphone and say, hey, guys, you guys are whipping my tuckuses. Congratulations.
Did the Nets send a letter to their fans saying, guys, we quit?
Bro, they basically did it for the last 2 years when they traded away their best player to the Knicks for high school kids. So I don't want to hear it because I'm on both sides.
No, you're just being a whiny baby
I'm
now
not-
as an Islander fan.
How am I being a whiny baby? We kicked your ass.
Because here's the issue with
We
you
kicked
Islander
your
fans.
ass. You're a bunch of losers.
You kicked people's ass wearing Ranger jerseys. You didn't kick the Rangers' ass.
Stop.
Here's
Stop
the
it,
problem.
bro. This is your dumbest take.
It's actually not my dumbest take. When a organization alerts its fans that they are no longer trying and they're selling off pieces and we're shutting down players, they have told the National Hockey League, we're trying to get the number 1 pick. We're losing games on purpose. They said that. Now, they didn't actually say, but they said it when you type out a letter. They have alerted us as fans, don't even fight with Islander fans. Don't invest. It doesn't matter. They're going to beat us. We're not trying in these games. I'm not telling you not to be happy that the Islanders won. What I'm telling you is don't get mad that you're not getting Ranger blood today. Ranger fans knew we weren't trying the last 2 nights.
No.
We didn't bother going to these games the last 2 nights.
No, we took your blood. Just because you're
No, you didn't.
denying it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Chris Drury took our own blood. You didn't take anything. You're just the next in line at the cash register to pay a check out to beat the Rangers right now.
But what I don't understand is why are you upset about that?
Exactly.
Because you won anyways.
He wants the Ranger fan to be crying in their Cheerios today, and we don't care.
There's no tears.
It's not that
They're
I want.
long over it.
No.
When did you quit on the Jets season? When did you stop
Great point.
thinking you were making the playoffs? And so after week, I don't know, 5?
So what does that mean?
6?
I stopped caring about losses?
No,
I
you
never
stopped
caring.
crying about losses.
No, but
Were you still crying about the losses?
I'm not
Because that's what matters. That's what Shaun is talking about, is that he doesn't care.
Shaun,
He stopped caring.
Tiki, He doesn't have to care. What he cannot do, especially to a radio audience as sophisticated as everyone here at WFAN, is you can't tell the Islander fan this doesn't count as a sweep.
No.
It's okay if you don't cry. That's what he said. He's like, it doesn't really count.
You're positioning this as a quasi-crime against sports management.
It kind of is. Dude, it kind of is.
You're kind of misunderstanding, though.
I can see that.
I'm not.
It's a 3-team town, man. You kind of got to care.
We own
it's
you.
Team town,
we
but-
bitch slapped you. And for you to say it doesn't count is insulting. I'm not asking for you to cry.
Did I say the Islander win doesn't count?
You basically did. Like, it doesn't really matter.
I said, like, the pride of what we've grown accustomed to with Rangers Islanders in this town. Not really. We've never really gotten there with Knicks Nets. Is the idea of the arguments between fan bases, the passion.
Yeah.
The passion's just not there this year. That's not the Islanders' fault. And they don't need to apologize for that. I'm not telling you not to be happy as an Islander fan. What I'm telling you is when you guys are all putting your brooms out on Twitter and all this other stuff and you're looking for us to engage, we're not into it, dude. The team told us we could, so it's not really like a prideful sweep.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sorry. And like when I see
He's not saying you're wrong. He's just saying he doesn't care.
We don't care. And if you want to
trust
get,
me.
and when we see the tweets of, man, can you believe the Rangers didn't lead for a second? Yeah,
Shaun,
because we don't care.
Look us all in the eye. Tell us you don't care.
I don't care. I watched half of the game on mute last night doing a podcast. The
don't
night
think he cares.
before, I missed the first period watching Tarzan. I would have never done that if the Rangers didn't type a letter telling us they quit.
I think he doesn't care.
He does
If
care.
the organization quits,
does
the
care.
fans quit.
No, he cares about the Rangers. He doesn't care about the Islanders.
Exactly.
beating the Rangers.
He's embarrassed that the Islanders never trailed the Rangers over 4 games this year. He's embarrassed that for
No,
the
I'm not.
first time in recorded history, the Islanders swept the Rangers in a season series that never needed to go to overtime. He's embarrassed by that. And if he wants to deny it and say it doesn't count and a letter was written, he can do it. But I'm going to call him out, and it annoys me. But I'm done with you.
All right, good.
All right,
Good.
If anyone
Glad.
else wants to call in and call Shaun out, you have every right to 888-808-1019. Let me get to you, Barber.
What? What did I do?
Tiki Barber sent a text message last night. And I don't know why this bothered me as much as it did, but it bothered me.
Now I know what I did. but
Tiki Barber
it was
texted.
nothing.
Tiki Barber texted after the news came out that the plan is for the Atlanta Falcons to release Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
Tiki couldn't wait to text out, perfect for the Jets. Tiki, I'm not going to scream at you. I'm just going to
I
ask
didn't
you.
say perfect. I said Cousins Jets. That's all I said.
Yeah.
Implication could be interpreted however you want.
Yeah, and then you hearted it. Why does Kirk Cousins, and before I retort you, why does Kirk Cousins make sense for the New York Jets? Why?
It's
Why
it's a
exactly?
non-conventional reason. So you have to hear me out a little bit. So first of all, Kirk Cousins is technically he hasn't been released yet. He is restructuring his deal. I'm sure most of you, if you care about these things, you saw it. So they now made a guarantee in the amount of $67.9 million that is guaranteed, fully guaranteed on the 3rd day of the league year. So March 13th, he will be guaranteed $67.9 million. All
right.
The Atlanta Falcons are not picking that up.
I get
So
you.
he is not going to be an Atlanta Falcon.
Okay.
They also restructured his base salary, so it goes from 37, whatever the number is, down to $2 million. So his base salary for his next season is only $2 million. So it affects how the dead cap works. So they're positioning him to be released. He's going to get released.
Okay.
And he's going to be available.
Okay.
If there are a couple of teams that have massive quarterback questions. One is the team he played for before, the Minnesota Vikings. I doubt he's going back there. The Cleveland Browns, they drafted 2 quarterbacks last year. I doubt he's going there. The other one is obviously the New York Jets.
And what are we doing with them?
The New York Jets do not have a quarterback.
Agreed. What are we doing with him?
Kirk Cousins is a viable starter in this league.
A viable
And I'm not
starter for
saying,
what?
I'm not saying he's your future. I'm just saying he is a viable starter in this league if you cannot find another way to get a quarterback.
And where
you
does
can
that
go
leave
after
us?
Malik Willis, but Malik Willis is a free agent.
Okay.
So
Forget Willis for a second. Where does Kirk Cousins lead us? Where's that?
here's where Kirk Cousins leads you.
Yeah, well, I'm curious.
Kirk Cousins, while a tad bit corny, but that's okay.
That's okay. I wish Mendoza was here. He's corny.
But he's kind of like Mendoza.
Yeah, he is. He's like an older
And you
version of him.
pined for him. Did you not pine for Fernando Mendoza?
He's 15 years younger.
It doesn't matter. Didn't you pine for him?
Yeah.
So you're okay with that kind of quarterback. And by the way, Kirk Cousins has had a lot of success in this league. He might be getting over the hill, closer towards washed and good. But you know what? He's a serviceable quarterback. But the real reason I think that Kirk Cousins could be important for the New York Jets is that I see coaching and Kirk Cousins' future.
Okay, great. Good for him.
Coaching and Kirk Cousins' future. Now, he can come to the Jets.
Yeah.
He can be this player/coach that is not really coaching, but he is trying to play and help this team win football games. And then when he decides to retire in 2 years, Aaron Glenn, if he makes it, has the built-in quarterback coach, soon-to-be offensive coordinator.
That's interesting.
Of his squad.
All right, that's it. You know what?
Because look, you're starting to see this now from former not players, because I guess some players do this, but really quarterbacks. They're getting involved like immediately.
Oh yeah, we saw with Josh McCown, who's now a candidate for USC job.
Did you see Davis Webb?
Davis Webb
retired at 28.
Yeah.
He was a quarterback coach a year later.
Yeah.
Right?
Even Phillip Rivers interviewed for the Bills job.
100%. And who did somebody just got hired? Shaun Mannion?
Oh, yeah. He's the OC of the Eagles.
And he's 33 years old.
I remember him as a backup.
He was playing 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So this is starting to happen in the league where quarterbacks, kind of like catchers in baseball, are leaving the game and immediately getting into coaching. So I'm only saying this because the Jets feel directionless. They don't have an offensive identity yet. I guess Frank Reich is going to come in at 63 years old and do whatever he's going to do. But at some point, if Aaron Glenn is going to hold on to his tenure here, he's going to need to bring in a vet who knows what the hell is going on around the league and in offenses in general. And then maybe you convince him to get into this coaching world. It feels like this easy solution to what ails the New York Jets.
All right, I have to admit something.
Now you're not mad, are you?
Well, when I was mad at
See, Shaun, that's how you do it.
He made it worse.
That's how you do it.
No, but I like fighting the way I fight.
Shaun made me angrier than I was to begin with. Tiki's at least giving me something to think about. And that is his angle on Kirk Cousins is you're bringing him in and grooming him to basically be the next offensive coordinator, which is fascinating. The lack of appeal I have in Kirk Cousins is simple. He's going to be 38 years old by the time the season starts. And here's my attitude about the New York Jets, and I wonder if Jet fans agree with me on this. I either want to suck completely, bottom the hell out, get the number 1 overall pick, new coaching staff, new beginning, new hope, or I want to build towards something.
Yeah, but how can
And Kirk Cousins is not building me towards anything as a 38-year-old quarterback. Now, if you're telling me he's here to hold the fort down until a young quarterback they draft is ready, that's a little bit different, though I'm not sure that's going to be the case, considering this draft is not loaded with young quarterbacks.
What happens if Trinidad Chambliss his appeal gets denied? He doesn't get a 7th year? Which would
whatever it is.
Whatever it is. 6th year, I think. Whatever. He doesn't get it. He's a second-round pick of the New York Jets. He can't play right. Maybe he could, but he's probably not playing right away.
Not wise for him to play right away.
Exactly.
Yes.
And Kirk Cousins, who is kind of a great mentor, it could mentor Trinidad Chambliss.
I don't hate the mentoring, but I've said this to you before, and you've agreed with me, that it probably serves Chambliss better to actually compete with somebody who's a threat versus a 38-year-old caretaker.
But I do think that Kirk Cousins is a threat to win the job.
He's a short-term, 8-week threat.
But he could win the job.
Of course, he should win the job.
Right.
But I'm talking about like a real threat towards, hey, you're not guaranteed to just take over.
Right.
And I think with a guy like Malik Willis or even a guy like Kyler Murray,
here's the
there's
problem.
a real
Malik
threat.
Willis is a free agent.
Yeah.
That means he gets to choose.
Yeah.
And do you think he's choosing to come to the Jets?
Right now, no one's picking the Jets.
Right.
Right now, no one. I don't even want to pick the Jets.
You almost would have to want to be in New York.
Yeah.
In order to come to the Jets.
No, I get you. All right, so here's what I've learned in my anger over the first 15 minutes of the show. Shaun has aggravated me more. Tiki's making me think. And it is a complicated question, which is what the hell are the Jets going to do at the quarterback position?
I really don't have an answer. I've thought about it so many times.
Yeah.
Like, maybe in the draft, and you could do this and take some of those picks, and there's nothing you can do.
No, it's not a lot of great options. I do have a list of all the free agents and the potential available quarterbacks we'll get to in the next few minutes. But before we get there, there are a lot of people, and God bless all of you, because I'm tired and I don't want to do this constantly. There are a lot of people pissed off at Shaun Morash. Ooh. How can they not be? Morash is scared, but he won't let it show. And that doesn't hit me. You know what he's scared about? What if the Islanders do make the playoffs? What if the Islanders do go on a run? And I got the best what if that he won't even contemplate because he knows it's unlikely to happen.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
You know what else
All right.
Shaun Morash is scared about? What if the Rangers decide they need to do what's best for business? They need to do what's best for their future. What if the Rangers take a page out of the Nets book? What if Artemi Panarin comes to the place he kind of thought about coming to 7 years ago?
Never really did, but okay.
What if you guys actually deal the bread man to UBS?
Look, you give a Schaefer,
Would
it's
that
done.
scare you?
Evan, I think so little of the Islanders. If they give me the best return, that's all I care about. I'm farming my own land.
Did you just say Matthew Schaefer's name?
Yeah, if Schaefer comes to the Rangers, we're good.
You keep dreaming over there.
Okay, yeah.
Matthew Schaefer.
He's got some growing up to do, too.
Oh, does he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got to play some Matthew Schaefer clips. This guy, I'm telling you right now, I'm very close to just saying he is the king of New York. Like, let's just end it.
Oh, yeah, he's totally better than Aaron Judge.
I think we're almost there because of the attitude this
Aren't
kid
two
has.
fighters fighting for the king of New York on DAZN this weekend?
Yeah, whatever. But we'll get to that in a few minutes. Let's get to some of your calls because obviously there are people that would like to, take a shot at our boy. JR in Vermont. What's up, JR?
Hey, Evan, Tiki, Shaun, how you doing, guys? Long-time listener. Thanks for taking the call.
Thank you for
Appreciate
calling.
it. Shaun, man, I listen to you every day, and every day I cringe more and more and more. You are such a homer, dude. I can't stand the excuses. Just accept that you lost and got swept by the team that you hate most in the NHL, which is the dynasty-holding New York Islanders. The Rangers are nothing. They're going nowhere. Just accept it, my friend. Die gracefully, please.
Well said. Before you respond, Shaun, can I make a prediction?
Yes.
He will fully deny that he hates the New York Islanders.
Go
ahead.
They treat me well. I cannot wait to sit with the owner tomorrow night. Excited about that.
Wait, you're going?
Yeah, I'm going to the Islander game tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. You're going with Gio.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time.
I want you to tell him.
You didn't back out yet.
No, I'm going to go. I'm going to go.
Tell him to his face the sweep doesn't count.
I will. I have no problem. By the way, again, it's Islanders wins in the ledger. You can't break the brooms out when you're playing a team that quit.
Tell him I said what's up.
I will.
Thank you.
That's all. Again, enjoy the wins. You're mad that we're not mad, and I think that's a very sad state for the Islander organization.
Michael in Oyster Bay. Hey, Michael.
Hey, how's it doing? I think Shaun is down horrendous right now. He's so mad he could barely function. He's celebrating his team quitting. He's celebrating a team quitting, a team that charges $400 to sit in the upper deck. And this guy's like, oh, we don't even care. It's your 100th anniversary, Shaun. You've been talking centennial all year long. All year long. It's been 100 years. You've won one cup in 86 years. All you know is failure. The Islanders, pure dynasty. Matthew Schaefer now. You're going to be looking at the Islander crest in the top of the standings for a decade.
Oh, yeah,
Shaun,
sure I will.
that's why you don't care.
There you go. Well said, Michael.
Sure I will. First of all, don't give me the crap about the 100th season. With all due respect, my other favorite team, I sat through the worst 100th season on planet Earth with the New York Giants. The 100th season doesn't mean crap to me. And if I hear one more thing about the Islander dynasty, I am knocking on the door of 40 years old. I never took a breath on this earth when any of those Stanley Cups happened. So all these people talk about dynasty. You're close to dying if you've seen the dynasty. So get lost bringing that up.
Wow.
Let's go to Eric on Long Island. Hey, Eric.
Hey, listen, love it. Love starting with the hockey. Shaun, you're talking about your all-world goalie who's not playing. Let me explain something to you. The all-world goalie by far this year is the other Russian goalie in this town, who, according to the NHL Network, they did their picks for the conference championships. 2 of the 4 guys, Steve Weeks and Tocchet, have the New York Islanders representing the Eastern Conference in the finals, saying nobody is beating Sorokin 4 times in a 7-game series.
That's
nobody.
great. Wow. I think that'd be great. He got benched last year, so let's hope he's good this year.
And what that means is, Evan, you were with Craig back then, you're going to have to teach these 2 guys how to bathe you in milk. Because it's coming this year.
Well, hopefully we don't have to be desperate enough. Remember, the milk bath occurred before the final game at Nassau. We were down to a loss, we go home, a win, we force a 7th game. And so it was desperate times call for desperate measures. We're not there yet. Hopefully we don't have to be desperate.
Yeah.
And by the way, it worked. The Islanders won that game, and then we all know what happened, unfortunately, in Game 7.
Yeah.
So, listen, what Shaun has to realize, and Tiki already knows, is that this April and this May, and maybe even this June, there is one winter sports team that you can truly trust.
Okay.
And that is the team that resides at UBS.
Just bank something in the back of your brain, Evan, because you know this. When do I typically type out my Cinco de Lunchos?
Usually on your train ride in.
Okay.
Why?
So just keep that in mind later for Cinco de Luncho.
Okay.
And, And when did I find out what you may be wanting to open the show with?
After you made dumbass comments to me at about 8:45 when I started rubbing in the Islanders sweep, and his response was, "It doesn't count." And I said, "I am now pissed at you the way I was pissed at Tiki." So yeah, right around that moment.
You're no longer pissed at me, by the way.
So after my train ride in, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just wait for Cinco de Lunch later.
Okay.
Shaun, you might get kicked out of Ledecky's box. Just saying.
I mean, he should.
I'm going to sit there. I'm going to eat those chicken sandwiches with a smile on my face.
You can learn from me. All you have to do is what I do with the Knicks as a Net fan and say, you got me. I'm a dead carcass on the side of the road. I wanted to win the game, which I always do. I always say it.
We want the first pick right now.
Okay. I want the first pick, too. But when it involves the Knicks, I want to win. And I'm honest about it.
Yeah.
You're not.
No,
That's
you
the
know
difference.
what? You know what? No, Tiki, this is because I have facts to back me up. You and your Islander brethren, now you've really pissed me off.
Why?
Because last year, when I sat at UBS, as the Rangers put up a touchdown on the Islanders, as they were still trying to make the playoffs, all I remember that night around Islander fans was, hey, we're trying to get the number one pick. We're tanking. You guys enjoyed this win. And you got Matthew Schaefer, and that's all you guys have talked about since. So now, when the Rapids got the gun on the other, now you don't like that answer? It's very funny how 8 months can change the answer. Suddenly that answer doesn't work for you.
Because I know as someone who's tanking, it all changes when we play a rival.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, I know
If it changed, then I wouldn't have been doing Talking Giants at 8:30 last night with the game on mute. I would have been locked in with the popcorn in my hand. Nobody cares.
Who do you want, by the way, in the draft?
I don't know any of their names.
There you go.
That was the
There you
next
go.
part. That's
tanking for nobody.
Right. He doesn't even know who he wants. So he's got to give us this tanking crap. We'll get back to your calls. Does Kirk Cousins make a lot of sense? Tiki's kind of teaching us that maybe it's in this ombudsman, I don't know if that's just right, coaching role.
That is the right word. Ombudsman.
Yeah,
It's like
I
an
did
opinion.
get it right.